It's the Don't Make It Weird podcast with your hosts, Daniel and Dina Saurus.
Hello there, and welcome to the Don't Make It Weird podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Daniel Quigley, and guys, we are your writing, storytelling, comedy podcast for the writing community, by the writing community, and guys, I'm joined as always by the one who's winsomely wondered how much wood would a woodkin win if a woodkin could win wood, Dina Saurus!
What did I have for dinner tonight? Only the best thing that I've ever cooked in my life. Thank you for asking. I've been wanting to talk about it all day, actually. I almost texted Sean about it because it was so good. So, oh my God, I made steak with gnocchi, and it's the fucking best thing I've ever made in my life, and it's all that I'm thinking about, and I can't wait to have leftovers.
Testicle pasta?
Testicle pasta? Yeah.
Yes, testes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I look forward to you explaining this recipe to our next guest, and he can give us a good critique if this is an actual good meal or not. Our guest this week juggles many titles. He's an author, a culinary pro, a self-proclaimed plant witch, an amateur Jell-O enthusiast, a dungeon master, and let's not forget a bourbon lover. Almost exactly 2 years ago, we delved deep into his journey, and we've shadowed every milestone from handling rejection to securing the much-coveted book deal. He's faced rigorous editing rounds and crafted smart marketing tactics. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for is here. The release of his eagerly anticipated horror novel, The Woodkin. This is a landmark moment in his writing journey, and we're ecstatic to celebrate this triumph with him. So let's offer a rousing welcome to the undeniably gifted and now officially published novelist, Alexander James. Here, baby.
What's going on, guys? Long-time listener, first-time caller. I'm so nervous to be on your show for the very first time ever.
I mean, you're definitely the record holder at this point. Everyone else is like, we probably don't want to come back. Once was enough, but here you are 6 times, Alex.
I considered Alex show family until last time we recorded with him.
And then he was no longer family? Yeah, what
did I do last time?
I see somebody hasn't listened to the latest episode of DMIW like I said he would.
But he was there recording it. Oh, we're talking about...
No, he wasn't. That was Babo. When I called out Alex and said that every single time we are done recording a show with Alex, he messages me thanking me for the opportunity, and he had so much fun, and I'm just like, this is family. Yeah. He didn't fucking message me the last time we recorded.
How dare you, sir?
How dare?
So why is he
The
here?
audacity!
The Lion, the Witch, and the audacity of this
He's
bitch.
checking the tape right now. He's referring to the tape.
There appeared to be something wrong with my Discord because there is definitely an unsent message in there.
You're full of shit.
Is he?
No.
Or now will you get 2?
No, I am full of shit because
the
last message we have was why you guys canceled. We had to reschedule this episode, and the last message I sent was responding to that. So yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You know what, Sean? I think it's time for our guest to do the first ever apology. Can you play the apology music for him, Sean? Alex, take it away.
It will be of little note, nor long since forgotten. The day that the shame stained my front door the same way that it stained many doors before mine. I opened the door and let the shame pass, and I said, "Shame, please take your shoes off because I've just got fresh carpet." And Shame said, "Why don't you get fucked, nerd? I'm coming in anyway." I have made mistakes. I should have been more gracious with your time, with my time, and I think the big moral here is COVID was a hoax and the Irish potato famine never happened.
He's already on Dina's conspiracy corner.
Oh my God.
Dina, do you accept this heartfelt apology?
Apology not accepted.
Damn! Fuck. We got a whole episode to work this one out, boys and girls. This is going to be incredible. But guys, before we go too much further, we have a 4th member of this team, the only adult in the room, and Sean is my true north, because I am lost and have wood. Up is down, day is night when he's not there. Oh, you're my podcast zaddy, so I'm lost in Have Wood, wondering if Ronnie Coors still cares. Producer Sean, everyone!
I thought we discussed this. You don't need to announce when you have an erection.
You said it twice, too. Like, you literally doubled down on it.
What did I say? I don't understand.
He has wood,
Here.
you guys, in case that wasn't clear.
Oh.
and,
I actually did miss that one.
That's the connection to our guest's book, The Woodkin, ladies and gentlemen. That's the cleverness of Daniel on full display. By the way, Alex, welcome to the show. First-time guest. Thank you very much for joining us. Wonderful to meet you face-to-face off of Twitter for the first time.
Yeah,
you know, I've been a big fan of the show and you guys for a long time, so I really was honored when Dina sent me that really well-edited FaceTime video literally begging me to come on. I thought that was a really classy touch. Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, we've gone, we're
I did it
full on
myself.
feuding right now. This is beautiful.
Yeah.
I just want to know, how well do you remember our faces, Alex? If you turned off the lights, could you paint Sean's face? Would you know all the intimate details?
I could paint it with something.
Oh, Jesus. We have to bleep this out. This is a family show, and we will have no
my dog
sexual
pooped and I
innuendos.
stepped in it, and that's all that I'm thinking about.
We're doing great. We're going off to a great start. And guys, we're so excited. As we said in the intro, we've been with Alexander James from the beginning, from every step of his writing journey to now this big moment. And man, we are so excited about the Woodkin. It's out now. You guys are going to love it. And man, this is going to be one of my favorite episodes we've ever done because we're going to be bringing back a crowd favorite. We're going to be playing True Confessional. We've got some incredible story time. We've got a great interview, a reading, and an incredibly special cringy copulation for you guys that I promise you will not want to miss. But before we go too much further, Sean, do we drink on this show?
Oh, you're damn right we do. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to make it through. Alex has agreed to join us on this journey. He's right-handed, and that means he'll be drinking with his left hand tonight because he's a member of Buffalo Club now, just like we all are. We all drink with our offhand, our left hands.
Not today.
Not today.
If we're caught drinking with our right hand, we got to finish our drink in one go. So call it out if you see someone doing it. And if we don't call it out on the show, you see it at home in the recording, put it in the comments. Send us a tweet. Harass us. We will make up for it.
Yeah,
also, if you see Dina drinking
awesome.
water pretending it's alcohol, make sure to call her out on that too.
Oh, and we do have a series of buzzwords that will trigger a buzzer. And if you hear that, that means it's time to drink.
And guys, it's time for a very special thing. So dim the lights. Put on some spooky mood music.
Mewed music.
I'm doing so good
I'm in the mute. I'm in the mute.
See, ever since you told me about to keep it in my mouth loose, I can't.
Goose your mouth, Daniel.
Okay, so
Goose it.
I talk hold on, because I talk for a living, and I'm trying to figure out like how I manage to keep my mouth salivated when I'm talking, because I talk for like 8-9 hours a day. Is that like a thing that
Surely you
people have to
have
do where
a
they
beverage.
like literally?
I think you. I mean,
Well,
do you
yeah,
drink
no, I
water?
drink water, but like, what do I do on on really long calls? Does your mouth dry out on when you're talking a lot?
Mine does for sure.
Yeah. I mean, that's why
I
people
don't
like
think I
chew
talk
gum and
enough for
stuff.
that.
Yeah.
Gum
That's fair.
dries out your mouth.
No, it doesn't.
That can't be
Am I
science.
weird?
It makes you salivate. That's
Yeah.
what I understood.
Yeah, that's.
Fact
We're gonna
check.
have to science it. Yeah, we're gonna fact check this. But while we're fact checking this, Dina, we have some unfinished business because you said that you made an incredible dinner tonight, and we have Chef
I
Alexander
did.
James. Hi, Chef. Could you
Yes, Chef.
explain? Yes, Chef. Could you explain to our professional staff? God,
Professional
say
stuff.
words, Daniel. Say words.
Words are hard, you guys.
Guys, words are so hard. Can you play? Sean, talk for me.
So Dina said that she made a really good dinner tonight. In fact, one of the best things she's ever made in her life. And we have a culinary professional here with us tonight for the very first time. Welcome, Alex, by the way,
Yeah,
in case I
Thank
didn't
you.
say
Thank
that.
you for being on the show.
Thank you.
It's
Yeah,
nice
no,
to
first
meet you,
time,
by the
first time caller, long time viewer.
So we were hoping, Alex, as a professional in your field, you'd be willing to review Dina's best dinner ever.
And,
Oh
and
my
you
gosh,
might remember
I mean,
Alexander James from his famous cookbook, How to Cook Raccoon Penis. So also be on the lookout for that as well. Continue, Alex. Sorry.
Not a sponsor.
I just really I mean, like, I want to like preserve the relationships that I make on this show because obviously it's my first time on here, so I really don't want to burn any bridges. So, like, if Dina is willing, I'd obviously love to hear what she made for dinner.
Yes.
We're a fucking shambles tonight, you guys.
We're doing great.
I had steak. Then I did like I just pan-seared it or whatever, and I used butter and sun-dried tomato like oil for the steak, and then steak seasoning. I know I used butter. And then I set that aside when it was cooked enough, and I had a cup of heavy cream, a cup of chicken broth, and a cup of Parmesan cheese. Mixed all that in there. Added some sun-dried tomatoes and gnocchi, and broccoli too. I added broccoli to it because I needed more vegetables, and that was the last minute addition. But anyway, and then I mixed it all together, and it was really good.
Yes, Jeff.
I mean, so
the steak was chopped up.
so-
The steak was chopped up in the gnocchi, if that matters.
Oh, cool. So you had you put pasta in cream, which is, I'm gonna say, land breaking. Honestly, like, you really
I thought that
pushing
was
the
pretty
bounds of
revolutionary.
like culinary
Yeah.
horizons. And then you chopped up the steak like you were feeding it to a baby, which I love. You took all that care and effort to make a nice steak, and then you
I
just
have a
cubed it with a
small
slap chop.
Yeah.
I want to know, when you go to a restaurant, Dina, and they ask you how you want your steak done, do you say cooked enough?
Damn.
Because that's what you told us. What was the doneness on your steak?
Enough.
Medium. It's like medium-ish.
It sounds like she's
I don't know.
lying a little bit. Yeah.
I don't really know. By the end, it was all mixed together. So
So
I
with all
did-
that cream, is this pretty close to like a milk steak, right? Like she's going full Charlie Day on us? Like,
Ew,
She didn't
what
cook the
fuck?
steak in the cream, you dummy.
oh,
She pan-seared
sorry.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I set it aside.
Did you use the same pan that you seared the steak in to build the sauce and make the pasta?
Yeah,
Oh,
Nice.
hell yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
this was a one-dish dinner. But
That's what I
anyway,
like
it
to
was
hear.
really good, and I don't care if you guys are mocking it. It was one of the best.
I
things.
think it sounds amazing.
delightful. Yeah.
Listen, I
I've
have
also
to.
just
I had
never
to
made
mock it
gnocchi,
for
so-
comedy purposes, but it does sound very tasty.
Ha, 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 ha.
All right, so
I'm going
guys,
to dub over a completely different laugh for that moment.
every time it's a different laugh.
Oh my gosh, you
so-
should do the who's the chick from Friends? Janice. Do the Janice laugh.
Oh god.
Oh, my God.
Pretty good.
Chandler Bing. All right, guys, it's time for a very important segment in our show where we bring light to real world issues and real world stories. So turn down the lights, put on some spooky mood music. It's time for Dina's Conspiracy Corner.
I got my nose. Okay, no, I am. I'm ready. Okay, 9/11 was planned, bitches.
Okay, that's like one of the oldest conspiracy
going
Yeah, we
to
theories.
get it.
9/11.
Okay,
Jet
this
fuel
is a new
doesn't
twist
melt
on it.
steel beams.
This is a new twist on it.
Okay, ready.
So, 2 months prior, a man purchased the towers and purchased one of the largest insurance policies to date, and added a terrorist stipulation in the policy. The day of the attack, his wife called him away instead of going in at his usual time for a doctor's appointment, a last-minute doctor's appointment that she made for him the same day.
What was his name?
I don't remember.
So is he insanely rich right now? All right, hold on.
William
Hold on.
Gates.
Jeff Bezos.
Alexander James, as our resident 9/11 expert, would you care to weigh in on this?
It appears our connection with Alexander James has just been lost.
Yeah, it's gotten real fuzzy over here, guys. It kind of sounds like you just called me a 9/11 expert.
I'm
It just
going
went from
through a tunnel.
86 to
Like a
96 in his
historian.
office.
Like a historian, guys. All right.
All right,
Just
yes. I'm so sorry. I was momentarily panicked, but now I remembered that I do have a postgraduate degree in 9/11.
That is a thing.
And
That is a thing. Yeah, real thing.
I do believe that Dina's conspiracy is true because everybody knows that a mysterious Texan gentleman by the name of Melon Usk bought the two towers when he was
Melon
Melon Usk bought the two towers, and he was like, no. what about the terrorists though? And then an insurance company gave him $1 billion for it. And then he said, I'm going to use this to ruin social media for the next 20 years.
It's all connected. It's all connected, guys. I mean, this...
Full circle, baby.
Yeah, no, this... honestly, you know what, Dina? I'm proud of you for this twist because I've heard every 9/11 conspiracy theory. I've seen the sham videos. I did not think that simple insurance fraud was the real culprit right behind 9/11.
Yep. It wasn't even oil this time, you guys.
It wasn't even oil. That's a good one. I'm proud of you for that one. All right, do we have another conspiracy, Dina?
Alex, do you want to be here for a Britney Spears saga update?
I mean, obviously, yes. Obviously, yes.
Obviously.
So,
is that a question?
Meghan Trainor is in on the Britney Spears scandal, allegedly.
Okay.
So Lou Taylor was the head of the conservatorship for Britney. When Lou entered Meghan's life, she started talking negatively publicly about Britney, but prior to this, she only had positive things to say about Britney. So Lou, head of conservatorship, convinced Meghan to get in on the Britney Spears scandal, and now all that Meghan does is shit talk Britney Spears, even though previously she had shown sympathy for Britney and her situation.
Question.
Okay, so hold on one second.
Yes.
Are you guys okay if I bring in our resident Britney Spears expert, Alexander James? Alex, thoughts?
Meghan Trainor's the one fucking the spy kid, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to get that clear in my head.
He was also in oh no, I don't remember the name of the movie. Oh, he was also in Roswell, the TV show from the 90s. In case anybody was wondering.
Sure.
Okay.
He had a 5-second cameo. I called him out on it. Anyway.
As your resident Britney Spears expert, first of all, leave Britney alone. Just right off the jump, right off the top.
Yeah.
Leave her alone.
She has done nothing wrong and deserves only the best things. Has never done anything wrong.
Never.
And
is something funny, Dana?
Great.
No, not at all. I just have one question though, which is, you said that the person who bought the tower was a mysterious man. Are we sure it's a man? What the fuck are you doing?
We're on to the next thing already.
Oh, hold on.
There's no way we're circling back to 9/11, right? There's no way we're going back to 9/11 for a joke, for a bit. There's no way we're gonna go back to my 9/11 for yet another yuck laugh moment.
We're all terrible people. Are we sure?
No, we're not. None of us are. No. You're the only one.
I'm cutting all of this.
I just want to know, is it possible that Britney Spears is the one who bought the towers?
No, it was
Daniel.
It was Elon Musk. Britney Spears never done anything wrong ever in her life.
Ever.
Never will. She's perfect and amazing, and fuck
Britney
you.
has no... I'm going to find a conspiracy that connects Britney to 9/11 now.
Oh, I'm sure they're out there.
I found it. You know,
I want to know. I want a series of screenshots with the Google terms you use to get there.
I want to know how you go about just buying the World Trade Center. Like,
yeah. Can you
call
just
up your
like
real
walk
estate agent.
in?
I feel like it's the same way you buy Twitter, which is just you're a
I'll
giant
take one of
cunt.
everything.
Sir,
So
what
you
is
just
Twitter?
buy
Twitter
a
doesn't
majority
exist.
of the stock in a company that's publicly traded. That's different. Like, anyone can just buy stock, but you walk in to two skyscrapers and say, "Here's a check. I want to buy this place."
Okay, now here's the question. Oversized ones.
Here's the question.
Oh my God, there's this conspiracy. Okay, sorry.
Of course there is.
God.
What floor of a skyscraper do you think you buy the skyscraper? Because nobody's buying it at the lobby, right? But I also have to imagine that you're not buying it on the top floor. So like what floor of a skyscraper
13.
do you buy the skyscraper?
Fuck, that's a great question.
Answer.
That's See, I'm going to say, here's the thing, property management leasing, they want to be near the front desk. I actually think you're going to be on bottom floor. I think that the person who would do that.
No way.
Property management would be there, yes, but not the owner.
That's true. That's true. He probably has that. Yeah, he has to have a place with a private bathroom. That's very important.
Penthouse.
All right, Dina, you have an
Penthouse,
addition to this conspiracy that we're on right now. Is that correct, Dina?
I'm reading about it now. I don't think it's connected to 9/11 the way it was advertising.
She's doom scrolling TikTok right now. You guys have lost her interest.
It's Google. It's
you ever
got
just
a
doom
connection
scroll
with
Google?
Dude, if you go past the first page of fucking search results, you've already gone too far.
Yeah, dude. I'm
You ain't
never
finding what you're looking for.
Nah, it's not out there. They're like 3,000 pages found. Yeah, sure, Google. I've never seen any of them. I've never seen 2,999 of those pages.
All right,
Oh
so
my god,
Dina,
no, they made this a full circle.
okay.
Okay, so
All right.
Britney was working. I've just like skimmed it. So Britney was working with the George W. Bush administration allegedly, and her song "I'm a Slave for You" came out September 24th, 2001, which was just weeks after the 9/11 attack. And Spears was no longer that damaged her PR boots. Hold on, I didn't.
Yeah,
scroll
can
enough.
we talk about the optics of
She skimmed
releasing a
it.
song that says "I'm a slave for you" in modern culture?
Yeah, 2023. That would not
This
be.
was 22 years ago.
That's true.
Now we're talking about her marriage. Never mind. I'm gonna have to research this.
all right.
Yeah,
So
we're gonna
we'll
have to
check
circle
back in.
later.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we'll have to
Well, yeah, we'll
we'll
circle
check back in. But you know what we won't have to circle back on, Alex?
Your mom.
Any of this? Any
Please
of this
don't
comedy?
mention any of this
Any
again
of this
for the rest of
comedy
the
gold
episode
that we
because I'm
spent the
cutting
last
it.
20
We
minutes
just cut
mining?
we just cut all of this, please.
You know what? It's
We're
really
gonna have
freeing
to-
when you know. It's really freeing when you look back and think like, "Wow, the last 20 minutes of that was worthless."
Yeah.
Perfect. We definitely won't get canceled for any of this. But you know what? We might need to get canceled for, Alex. Would you say that you're a tease?
I would.
Take a
Yes,
look at
Done
I've,
this 5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's been teasing us for a while, and it's time for you to deliver, buddy. I heard you have a little special story time for us later in this episode.
For the YouTube video watchers, first of all, thank you so much for watching, and please go back about 10 seconds to watch Dina hit herself in the face with that pickle that she's got hanging from her microphone, where she pretended really hard that she didn't. But you just take a second right now. We'll all be quiet. Scroll back, watch her hit herself in the face with the pickle hanging from her microphone, and then just sort of come back here.
Sean, can you just go ahead and clip that for me, buddy?
Yep. Boop, got it.
Thank you.
Yes, I would say that I'm a tease. I forgot the question because I was so focused on Dina hitting herself in the face
We're
with the
teasing
ceramic
story
pickle.
time right now, Alex. We're teasing story time.
Just
Yes.
story time, bud.
I believe you're talking about the time that I quarantined. The time that I quarantined before it was cool.
Oh, all right. This sounds sexy.
Okay.
This sounds hot. I'm ready for this one, man. But before we do that, Sean, I heard that we have a very
No,
special
Ben.
story time for this episode. Not God damn it, Sean. I heard we have
Didn't
a
we just-
very special
Didn't we
game.
we just teased the story
Yeah,
time. We
just-
You know,
Are you gonna be
redundancy is
more-
good sometimes. Let's just do it again.
just take a clean take. Hey, Daniel, introduce the show. Daniel, just do a fresh intro.
Can we just go from the top?
Yeah.
That was a good dry run, you
Sean,
guys.
please don't edit this episode. Just leave this episode out.
Just completely unhinged, no edits.
Oh my
Hello
god.
there, and welcome to the Don't Make It
No,
Weird
don't do
podcast.
that. You're gonna have to read some shit, and now your eyes are
Oh,
fucked
God.
up again. Okay.
Sean, I heard we have a very special game
If you give
segment
me a
that we're going
minute
to
to
bring
scroll, I
out.
can do
Dude,
Oh, God.
this is
Yeah,
going
we're gonna
great.
play the game that we play with all of our first-time guests. It's called True Confessions.
Oh, I'm so glad I wrote this down because I did not remember we were playing that.
Listen, this is a game of
Bro.
deception. Each contestant prepares 2 confessions. One is true, the other is a lie. The others then pick either confession 1 or confession 2. After a confession is revealed, the remaining contestants have 60 seconds to alternate asking probing questions, and finally, they must decide, is it the truth or is it a lie? And Mr. Alexander James is our guest today. He will be going first. So, Daniel and Dina, do we want confession number 1 or confession number 2?
Psychically,
One.
I told her number 1. Yes.
Okay.
What a great
not-
bit for the
we're not
audio.
on
I
the
could tell you
bone
were
tone,
thinking number
okay?
2, Daniel.
I'm always thinking about number 2.
Good Lord, there's a 50% chance of being right. So, Alexander James, let's go ahead and reveal confession number 2, and then we'll start with our interrogation.
Okay.
What?
The first time.
No,
Is
it's supposed
this
to be
your
1.
first time playing this game?
No, Dina definitely picked
I
1.
s-
She
I
just
s-
said that I
I
was.
You
said
said
one.
2.
No. Said. Oh, no, seriously.
Okay,
What was
I'm
that?
clipping it. I'm going back,
Okay.
and you definitely said 2, and you made a joke about number 2. I heard
Well,
it.
no. Yeah, because I made
I
a
think
joke that I was psychically giving her a number, and she said, you put number 2 in my head. And then I said, I'm always thinking about number 2s.
So how did that become number one?
Because Dina said number one.
I said number one first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Comedy
So all of
gold,
that
guys. Holy shit.
was for no fucking reason.
Who's on
So
first?
you saying
Who's
I
on
chose
third?
number 2 with my brain and told Dina with my brain, and then she said I knew you chose number 2, and then we ended up on number 1 anyway?
Yes. That's exactly
Okay.
Yeah, because I didn't want to do what Daniel wanted.
Yeah. it's fair.
Okay, so Alexander James, reveal confession number 1, please.
Okay. Confession number 1. Final answer.
Mhm.
When I was 9 years old, I broke my first bone because I swerved to avoid a rabbit in the sidewalk, and I hit a car in the street, and it sent me flying for like 10 feet, and I landed on my wrist and broke my wrist.
Jesus
What kind of car
Christ.
was it?
It was a Mercedes. It was a Mercedes A-Class.
Okay. What were you on a bicycle?
I was on a bicycle.
You already said that. That was a waste of a question.
You did not.
Did you have training wheels still?
No, I was 9.
Were you wearing a helmet?
Yes,
Was anybody watching?
probably the driver of the vehicle.
Are there
Oh,
witnesses?
it wasn't parked?
Oh no, it was a live car on the street.
So, who brought you to the hospital?
I brought myself to the hospital. Actually, I happened to be like less than half a mile from the nearest one. I walked into the ER.
Did you like tell your parents first?
I called my dad on my handy, which was what the Germans call their mobile phones, but he didn't answer.
It can't possibly be called a handy, Alex.
Swear to God, you can Google that shit.
Yeah, okay, we'll Google that shit. All right,
That
I
is
don't wanna
60
ask that
seconds.
question.
Dina.
Yeah. Oh,
We're nailing it.
he is false. It's not true.
You know what?
He is false.
Just in general, Alex is false.
He is
He is
Alex
false.
is not real. I'm actually also going to say false because if you were in a panic situation, you have the adrenaline going, you've swerved to avoid that cute little bunny, and you've thumped over a car, you would not remember there was a fucking Mercedes A-Series whatever. You would be like, it's a fucking car. You picked Mercedes because you
embellishing
know that
details.
that's a German car, and we knew you were in Germany at the time. You had too many details for what should have been a hazy moment. I'm saying false.
Alex?
The story is true.
God damn it.
There's no way.
Yep. I was riding my bike to. I was riding my bike to my dad's work because we were going somewhere. I was going up a hill and I was focused on the handlebars because it was a steep hill and there was a rabbit right in front of me that just like jumped out from the woods next to the pavement. I swerved to avoid it, hit an A-Class. I remember thinking, wow, this is an A-Class because my neighbor at the time drove one because he worked for Mercedes-Benz or Daimler Chrysler, but the point still stands. And sent me spinning ass over tea kettle. And I knew the hospital was there because it was the same hospital that my youngest brother was born at like 6 to 8 months before that.
Son of a bitch. He's a fucking mind like a bear trap.
He's a storyteller, man. You know what I mean?
I thought I got him with the too many details. Turns out he's just really fucking smart. All right.
All right, so let's go with Dina next.
Okay.
Boys, Alex, confession number 1 or confession number 2? And no, we're not doing telekinesis.
I'm going with 1.
Exactly what I told you.
Confession number 1, Dina, hit us with it.
Okay. I have shot a cannon before.
1 minute on the clock, boys. Starts now.
When?
I was like 9, I think. Like maybe 8.
Okay, where?
What?
Oh,
He's the
in my
guest.
hometown.
All right. What era of canon? Are we talking like Civil War, medieval, later, or brand new? Like what?
What year was it manufactured?
I don't
Okay,
know.
was it like a modern looking fucking cannon? Or we're talking about 2 wheels and a fucking.
Oh, no,
yes,
it
those
was like
modern
old.
cannons.
So like we had family friends that like owned the cannon.
Mhm.
I think they still have it, and I went to their house to.
Was
How
it
far
found
did
buried in their backyard?
How far did the projectile go?
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you.
All right.
How'd you fire it?
I didn't hear you. Say that again.
How did you fire it?
Oh, what do you mean?
How did you fire it? How
What
did
were
you
the
make the
steps?
thing go boom?
Oh, there was a thingy that you just pulled. It was like a chain that you just pulled.
Okay.
After he
You know
loaded
what?
it.
There was a lot of wasted time there, so I'm going to give Daniel one more question.
I did also talk over Daniel quite a bit.
No,
I am
you're
sorry,
beautiful.
Daniel.
I loved it. Those were good questions. They're better questions than I had. All right.
Absolutely.
All right. So, Dina, what color was the cannon?
Bro.
Like brownish?
That's his ringer. What color was it?
That's the one we call in the 9th inning?
Yes, it is.
It was very old.
All right, Alexander James, is Dina telling the truth?
I have a very contentious answer to this question.
Mhm.
I think Dina is full of shit, but she would not admit it until the world burned down around her.
No, I think she's honest.
All right, fine. As a first-time guest, please give me just a
Listen,
slight slip.
You don't
up.
know this because you're new,
Uh-huh.
but Dina has told us a lot of things that if it were me, I wouldn't have admitted those things in public.
Okay.
So that's how I know she wouldn't lie about this.
All right, so as a
And
first-time
there's
guest, I
been
do
things that
apologize.
Do we need to play the apology music again?
No, we're not doing that
No.
again.
Everybody knows a bit's funnier the second time.
Yeah.
Let's talk
just
about
keep
9/11
beating it
some
like
more.
a dead horse.
God damn it, Alex. All right, sorry. Alex, buddy, what do you think? Yeah, true or false, Alex?
I think she's lying.
See, I think she's lying too because I actually got to fire a cannon when I visited Virginia, and there's definitely steps, and it could be a little bit different if it's the dude's backyard, but you gotta, put the gunpowder in, you gotta, fucking wad that shit down, and then there's like a whole safety protocol before you go and blast that thing off. I'm gonna go a lie because it'd also be like a black or maybe a rusted black, not brown, Dina. I'm saying you're a liar.
Dina?
So my friends do own a cannon that is brown that you just pull a chain for, but I've never shot it. I was too scared of it.
There's no way you pull a chain to fire this fucking thing. Like,
They do. I'm sure that they load it or whatever, but it's literally just like a.
It could be like one of those like smaller like mini
Like a
ones,
pull.
that's like knee height ones.
every
bigger than
cannon
me,
I've
yeah.
ever seen has the breech lit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're
I
gonna
can't
have
even
to
fathom how they
research
like.
this.
So there are cannons where you pull a rope that is attached to a wire friction.
Okay,
It
all
creates
right.
enough friction to
Oh.
light it off. So
Yeah, get
This
that
checks
friction
out.
going. Yeah, this like most things, Dina. And listen, I especially
I
early
know, I
on.
was too scared to actually do it. I was little.
yeah, but you did the Daniel thing and you told a mostly true thing and changed one thing about it and called it a lie.
I did.
So I don't know if you really played the game according to the rules, but we'll let it pass this time.
No
Okay.
cone of shame this time. All right.
No shame knocking at your door as it did for my
Wearing
guest,
its
Alexander James.
shit-stained sneakers that it
Tracking
refuses
it right
to take
through your
off.
house. Yeah.
Alex, the fact you came up with that at the top of your head, I can't even. But anyway, sorry.
He's a storyteller. All right.
I'm ready.
Alexander James, should Daniel confess number 1 or number 2?
Number 1.
I was going to
Daniel.
go number 1.
The time I lost my shirt in Chattanooga.
Minute starts now.
Oh, why? Were you drunk?
Yes, I was drunk.
What were you doing in Chattanooga?
I was up there with my fraternity. We were at a bar getting drinks. This was back
Did
in college.
everybody
I was
else
very
take off their
early 20s.
shirt?
No, I wasn't with anyone else when the shirt came off.
What were you doing when the shirt came off?
I was riding in a limo with strangers.
It was a handy.
Were there lights in the limo?
Yes,
Are
there was lights. Yes, there was lights in the limo.
Yeah, let me play cleanup to that very important question that really helped us out. How did you get in the limo?
When we were at the bar, the limo literally pulled up, saw a bunch of us. It was a bachelorette party. They were like, "Hey, what if you hop in? We'll take you for a spin around the town and give you some free drinks." I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm in."
Did you sleep with did you kiss any of them?
No, not even close.
All right. So can I
So
take
they
a
didn't
second
like
to
you without your
confer?
shirt.
Can I take a second to confer with my
Yeah, sidebar. Go
my
ahead.
bad
Sidebar.
cop outside the room?
Yeah. Earmuffs are
so
on.
Dina, I've never once in my fucking life had a limo pull up and say, "Hey, hop in. We'll give you a free ride and also beverages."
No, because they're too expensive.
That sounds like horse shit.
The girls were super drunk.
Mm-hmm.
But he said
Bachelorette party.
wait, did the limo belong to the bachelorette party? Is that what he's saying?
Yeah.
Stop nodding, bitch. Excuse me.
I feel
Listen,
like this wouldn't happen to Dan.
helps at all, Daniel was pretty hot at college age, so
I think Daniel's
bunch
still
of drunk
hot.
girls.
Thanks, buddy.
My sister's like
you should
head
have
over
seen
heels
him
in love
20
with
years
Daniel.
ago, baby.
All right, I'll let Dina
Well, if
answer
it
first.
didn't happen to Daniel, it happened to somebody else, and he stole the story.
Did it happen to Sean?
Probably.
Do you think it happened to Sean?
Could have.
No, Sean wasn't reacting the way that he usually does when it happens.
I love that you guys have to look at Sean anytime I tell a story just to see if he
Dina, don't look now, but Sean doesn't react a lot of the time intentionally.
He's got a little tell that I'm never gonna tell him that he has, so that he keeps doing it.
You know how many times someone will be like, I think we lost Sean. And I'm like, nope, I'm still here. I'm just sitting still.
You're just not as funny as I need you to be.
I'm gonna say true.
I'm going to say false.
Daniel?
That is a true story. They were on a bachelorette scavenger hunt, and so they had like a list of stuff, and so they needed someone to take a picture of them
They
with
had
their
to pick
shirt
up a
off.
random dude.
And so they picked me up. Obviously, I was drunk. Otherwise, I would not have gotten into a limo with strangers. So we hung out. I mean, it was fun. We laughed, we drank, and they're like, "Hey, take a shirt off. Got to do this picture." So I went and did this picture with them, and then they kicked me out of the limo and never gave me my shirt back. So shirt stayed in Chattanooga.
Okay, first of
There's a
all, I
movie
know
like
Daniel
that.
very, very well. If he walked out of his mother's house right now and a limo came up full of drunk women and said, "Get in," he would not question it. He would get in.
You're right. Absolutely would.
We're going.
Yeah, let's do it, y'all.
Hey, honey, the podcast ran long tonight. Sorry.
Come on, nerds. We're going for a ride.
Yeah, it's going like 6 hours. I don't know yeah, it's crazy, but we're going. Yay.
All right. This has been True Confessions.
All right, Alex. So it's time for you to make good, to give the people what they want. No more teases, Alexander James. Because you see, we're all about storytelling here, and every week we air... I hate myself so much right now.
Nailed it.
We're all about storytelling here, and every week we aim to share an entertaining tale. So without further ado...
It's story time with Alex.
I want that nailed it as my ringtone. All right. We're going back to a time where I still vaguely believed in... a time I still vaguely believed in a church, and I was in the Boy Scouts of America. I went on an international jamboree, which is a sort of like collection of scout troops from it's a collection of scout troops from several countries that gather in one place to do scout-like things, like be a little bit appropriation-y with their representation of Indigenous American culture. But that's a story for a different time. What we were doing specifically was we were there to build stuff. One of the things that one of the troops built was a water slide at the edge of a lake. It was a very impressive water slide. It was about 2 stories tall, and they made it by hand. They cut down a few trees and built this fucking thing. And it was tall enough for scouts to go up and slide down. It was a great time. They made it with tarps. Anyway, irrelevant. The salient part of this story is that my troop went because everybody was like, hey, this Danish troop made a fucking water slide. And we were like, well, we got to check that shit out. So we went and slid, and it was a great time. Much fun was had by all. We were actually the first ones to go down it, which was cool. I guess we just hit it at the right time. And about 8.5 hours later, one of the scouts in my troop reported to the scoutmaster. He's like, hey, I've got this weird rash on my leg that kind of itches a lot. And the scoutmaster was like, huh, that's weird. sucks to be you. And then 8 other scouts said, hey, I've also got a really irritating rash. Some of them had it in places that I will not mention in polite society, but it was their gooch. And so the scoutmaster did what I would not have done in his position, which was the smart thing, and called a disease control center. And so we had to walk through this international jamboree camp, which, by the way, was like 20,000 scouts worth of people, to a city center where we were interviewed by a member of the Danish Center for Disease Control, who took swabs and like tested us. And then after he had like done that whole thing, he said, the lab is closed until Monday because Europe. So you're gonna have to quarantine in the local high school for 48 full fucking hours. So we had to, escorted by uniformed policemen, walk back through the camp, get our shit, and then walk back out. It was the worst walk of shame I've ever done because 20,000 scouts were looking at the one dirty American troop that got infected from the water slide. And we walked to the local high school where we had actually, I will say, a very enjoyable quarantine. They had like a really cool gymnasium where they were just like, they just like let us loose. They were like, do whatever you want. So we set up like a jungle gym and like played.
We're going to burn it down anyway.
Yeah. So, and then I spent 48 hours in quarantine being served meals like people would slide hot meals under the front door of the high school and we would like eat it and be like, this is great.
So what did it turn out you
had?
had?
So it was just poison ivy, right?
Swear to God, I have no idea what we had.
They just were like, we don't know what the fuck this is. You guys are free to go.
It went away after 48 hours, and I guess whatever results they had from the lab, like were able.
I bet that walk of shame was especially hard with the rashy asshole.
Yeah, I mean, listen, hey, it hurt to walk.
Did you use that monkey butt shaving cream?
I didn't use any shaving cream because I was 12 years old.
Monkey butt shaving cream.
I have so many questions, Dina.
Chafing
cream?
You talking about Boudreaux's butt paste?
Oh, Boudreux is good stuff.
Is that what
Not
it's called?
a sponsor?
I don't know. I just saw I saw it in the store. There's like a chafing powder cream thingy majigger.
Oh,
that
that's
has
like
a monkey on it.
It's a ripoff of Boudreaux's butt paste because Boudreaux's butt paste is choice. It's an open it's an open box. It's an open box of cornstarch in the staff bathroom. That's the gold tier. That's the tip of the pyramid for chafing.
Yeah.
And just beneath that is Boudreaux's butt paste.
Boudreaux's butt
I feel
paste.
like you've
Not
told us about the baby powder in the bathroom.
Hang on. It's not baby powder, it's cornstarch.
Sorry, cornstarch.
Cornstarch, sorry.
And if you work hard enough, you can make hush puppies with your dick.
Sean, I need that clip. That I don't know why we need this, but I need that right there. You can make hush puppies with your dick. God damn it, Alex. That's incredible.
See, the thing, I was going to make a joke about being all crispy if you deep fried it, and then Alex came in with the hush puppy joke and just fucking killed it. So
just end the show right there. That's the peak right there.
I made donuts back in the day when I was in a kitchen. Okay.
So Alex,
donuts with your dick.
With your dick.
With your dick. God, we really are just turning into like one of those morning zoo talk shows. Like,
I mean, it became that the moment I started using sound effects, brother.
Yeah,
it was over.
dude.
What's a mornings?
So it's when two DJs go to a zoo and they pretend to interview zoo animals, and they're like, what's your take on how the Mariners are doing this season? And then a gorilla beats the shit out of this reporter because he got
Have you guys seen those videos of the orangutans and the gorillas that like tap on the glass to get people to show them what's in their purse?
No, that's cool as hell.
That does sound pretty cool.
Yeah.
I have seen the video of the little girl who was like fake beating on her chest, and then a silverback cracked the glass of the enclosure because he got fucking pissed off.
That one was crazy.
I would cry.
Alex, as a first time guest here, I have to ask you something. Do you have a neckerchief nearby or some sort of tear wiping device?
I do actually, yes.
Oh, please, can you? Oh, you do. Excellent. Because
He's got his gang colors.
Alex, it's time for you to let down your walls. It's time to peel back the layers of the potato as we go into deeply personal questions with Dinosaurus.
I do. I'm so sorry to interrupt. I'm just going to splice it in here. Tell me about these potatoes you're eating that have layers. No.
They have layers,
buddy,
okay?
this has been an inside joke on the show since like day 0. I think he made a joke based on potatoes because Dina asked what's the superior form of potato joke.
Uh-huh.
And I gave him shit because obviously I corrected him and said, you mean onions.
Yeah.
And he said, potato, tomato. And then that was the end of that. And he said it. Yes, thank you. Shrek reference. I'll cut it in right here, Dina. Don't worry. He made that joke one time and I yelled at him for it. And he's made it every single time we've introduced
Every single time
for a guest since then. So welcome to this grand tradition.
See, jokes are also funnier when you have to explain them.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Alex, get your shit together and answer this question.
Yes.
Motion detecting lights. If I can't see, wait,
We're doing awesome.
motion detecting lights
Professional.
in the dark. How do they see? If I can't see, how can they see? Conspiracy theories with
It's fucking insane how you think a motion detecting algorithm needs eyes, you simple bitch.
Oh
How does it work? It doesn't make sense.
Magnets, how
if
do
I
they
can't
work?
see, yeah, magnets.
It's a song lyric
Oh, okay.
from the greatest song ever
You
made
need
by
to
the
answer the question, though.
Insane Clown Posse. Yeah, as our resident motion detector expert, Alex, would you like to weigh in on this?
I believe that motion detecting technology works by having a little dude in the capsule
Yes.
that has a
Yes.
little stick with a wire in it that he whips around in sort of like a big circle, and then when it hits something, he's like, "There it is."
That's
Dude,
motion.
that checks out.
Yeah, well, that seems like science. Yeah.
What is the opposite of milk?
Come.
You didn't even have to think about
Almost
that.
lost my whiskey.
That-
Almost lost my whiskey.
I could actually see how that could be the inverse of milk.
Dina
I'm
wants more
actually
information
with
on
him
this. I
on
can
this
tell.
logic.
She wants to know how the gears turned and how
Because
everything
wouldn't they
connected.
wouldn't be opposites.
Alex's mind map.
What is an opposite?
One is for sustenance and the other one is milk.
that sweet, salty, creamy stuff we crave.
You see where I went wrong.
We're doing great. Everything's great.
Where in
He
your
has no further elaboration. That's it.
No. Where where in your body are you? So your consciousness, where does it reside in your body? Like, do you understand the
my
question?
consciousness
Okay.
Oscillates between existing in the very front of my brain and at the
Mhm.
very base of my spinal cord where it meets my neck.
So it's like a
I
little
really
tram
thought this was gonna
system.
trip up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I'm fully in, when I feel in charge, when I feel in the moment, I am existing in the front of my brain. And when I am oftentimes scared or anxious, I exist in the back of my brain, close to my spinal, just close to the tip of my spinal cord.
Follow-up question.
Yeah.
Where's your consciousness now?
In his butt.
It's right.
Right there with that Boudreaux's butt paste.
Come.
It's right in the gooch.
Excellent.
It's spread
Normally-
in, but it's spread in the gooch like peanut butter.
Normally this is
Excellent.
where I go, I'm sorry, Mom, but I feel like we owe an apology to Alex's agent at this point. So,
Hey,
Listen.
Becky.
hey, Becky.
We love you, Becky.
I love Becky.
So, I don't remember what episode I last asked this question on, but it takes a little bit of an explanation here. So, the goal here is to recategorize every living creature into 3 different categories.
Mhm,
So you
mhm.
have dog, cat, and water. Those are your 3 categories for every animal, every family and class that you have. What category does an elephant fit into?
Obviously, dog.
Explain your logic.
Okay, well, first of all, it's not water. I think we can I think we can like safely eliminate water.
Can we?
I think yes, because it's a
We can't
massive
safely
creature.
eliminate water.
No, we can safely eliminate water because it doesn't exist. It doesn't require like a waterborne environment to live. It drinks water, but it doesn't need to
What is the
sustain
purpose of
itself
the
in-
trunk?
First of all,
Things.
phallic jokes, which are very funny all the time, but also to make it look silly. Because if it looked
very thick
serious,
trunk,
if an
Alex.
elephant looked serious, it would be the most terrifying apex predator we have ever experienced in our existence.
That's fair.
Elephant's trunk is like their arm.
Yeah.
They use it to grab stuff. They use it to smell stuff.
But dogs
So-
don't have a 5th arm.
Like
Rub
penis
things.
like that.
It's
That would
listen,
be
it's
incredible.
not cat because elephant is not cat. It's not scared of anything. It's not flighty. It's not immediately responsive to things that other than the threaten its primal existence. So it's obviously dog.
I like it. I like it. Smart, loyal, good pet. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Good pet. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dina's
dude, listen,
dad
they
had a
love
pet elephant.
elephants. Yeah, come on, bro.
Yes, he did. All right.
Just gonna gloss right
I
over it.
just
Yep, just gonna let. Yep.
Let that lie.
What?
Come on, Dina. No one's gonna question that your dad had a pet elephant. We're just gonna move on with it. It's fine. That's normal.
Oh,
Yeah, very
No
normal.
one has any
Yeah.
questions.
we
Go on.
accept.
Yeah.
If a Jedi was constipated, could they use the Force to pull it out?
Oh,
No. Because I believe that the Force, much like a genie's wish, has a lot to do with free will. And despite a Jedi's mind being willing, you got to pass that butthole free will. You got to pass the free will of a sphincter. And I don't think a Jedi could fully persuade his or her own sphincter
mm-hmm.
to
AKA
loosen up.
the dark side of the Jedi.
The dark side of the Jedi, exactly, to loosen up.
Mhm.
That was pretty
As an
incredible.
expert sphincter person,
Mhm.
but you have control over your butthole. So why would you not?
I have,
Like, you can clench.
nominal control over my butthole.
If
It's
I
a
had
very
good control
say
over
that?
my
thing.
butthole, I would not have pooped myself multiple times in my
Can
life
you
as
say
an
that
adult.
if you're constipated though? Like, doesn't that take the control away?
That's
to some degree?
intestines that you don't have the control over. Okay, so as somebody that has recently had a doctor shove their fucking everything up my asshole after I gave birth.
I don't know. Was this a
They're
licensed
everything?
doctor? Was this a licensed doctor? Because
Okay,
they
okay,
should have
so
not
like
been
a
shoving
Tell me when to stop. Tell me when to
everything.
stop.
Oh god. So when
I'm not
I
sure.
gave
I'm
birth,
not sure
my
that
child
the tennis
decided
racket was medically necessary.
my child decided that my butt was the exit, not my vagina. So I've had a lot of the doctor, like, you have to be able to clench your butt.
Yep.
You have to clench your butthole. You have to have complete control over your butt in order to be medically released from the hospital. So that being said, you have, like, your butthole does not have free will. You have to have control over your butt.
So
Remember
Alex,
that thing I
follow-
told you, Alex, about how Dina always tells the truth
Mhm,
because she shares shit that I would never share?
Yeah.
I think
Example.
we're skipping over an important detail here, which is you are assuming control in an arena where I think you're talking about synchronized cooperation. You are assuming that your butthole is you, and I think that you should be assuming that you are your butthole.
Is this
That's some
Schrodinger's
Confucius shit.
butthole? Like, is that what's happening right now?
What I'm saying is you butthole, therefore you are.
Butthole?
So listen, Alex, let me just ask a question that the people really want to know. If given the time, the patience, and enough proper lubrication, what's the biggest thing you think you could fit up your butthole?
Okay, all right, last question. Alex, what is the superior form of pickle?
Sing pickle be praised, Shannon.
The superior form of pickle is a cold pickled bread and butter chip.
What?
Oh,
I don't even know what that
He's
is.
talking about
Bread and butter
It's a pickle chip.
It is a pickle chip
Yeah.
made with
not a potato chip.
It's just a touch
literally
of
a slice of a pickle.
touch of turmeric in the brine to give it that bright yellow color, and it's usually sweet, so made with a higher solution of sugar than
Yellow.
salt, but the salt is at least like 3 to 5%, and it's fucking delicious. It tastes great on like a fried chicken sandwich because it brings that like sweetness
Fuck yeah.
to the vibe. I actually had a special that I ran at work the other day. It was a chicken fried steak sandwich with a chicken fried steak, white country gravy, bread and butter pickles
Alex,
on a biscuit.
Alex, hold on. Alex, can you just repeat that just a little slower for us this time? I want to enjoy
No,
this
don't
moment.
do that.
Fucking joking me right now?
I just want to enjoy the moment.
It was.
Get right up out of my ass right now, Alex.
But it's
I'm done.
It's a bread
And
and
I'm
butter
done.
pickle chip.
That sounds incredible. Well,
Wow.
Alex, buddy, you survived the deeply hard-hitting personal questions with Dinosaurs. Are you ready to put on your serious author's hat?
Yeah, now we're going to talk about your book. An hour and 6 minutes into this shit. Are you ready?
Yeah,
You're
do it.
welcome.
Fuck
Do you
me.
need another beer, buddy? Oh,
My
author hat's
hat
coming
doesn't
on.
fit.
All right.
Oh,
Shit doesn't
all
fit.
All right.
Let me hold on. Is Alex putting on a hat?
By the way, Dina,
No.
Daniel didn't say it tonight, so I will. Your hair looks great tonight.
Your hair does
on
look
point.
great
Thank you.
tonight. It looks so good. So good.
Thank
All right.
you.
Cilantro,
guys, say we're
cilantro.
You son of a bitch!
Okay, that's
No.
one. That's
No.
one, you asshole.
You.
All right.
All right. Guys, we're here with Alexander James, author of The Woodkin, which is out now. And let's talk before we get to the questions
Tomorrow.
with him. Out tomorrow.
Whatever.
Yeah, sometime.
Same thing.
We're going to tell you a little bit about what The Woodkin is all about. After secrets and betrayal shatter his marriage, Josh Mallory seeks solace on the Pacific Crest Trail in the mountains of Washington. On the trail, he's just another hiker. On the trail, he can outrun the memories. But this backpacking trip swiftly turns grisly when he comes across the body of another hiker who seems to have fallen to his death. Josh is forced to detour through a small mountain town where missing hiker posters flutter in the windows, and residents show no interest in hearing about the dead hiker. Unease that something is not quite right chases him back to the trail. But night falls too quickly, and in his haste to get away, he becomes trapped on a mountain ridge beneath the light of a full moon. Feeling more and more uneasy, Josh soon realizes that he may not be alone in the mountain, and begins to fear that, like the missing hikers, he won't make it out alive. You know, this is a horror story, but
Whoa, 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 whoa.
a rom-com.
I don't. Hold on a second. I also don't see your serious author hat, Daniel.
Fuck, sorry. Hold on. Let me go get it on. I thought since Alex wasn't going to wear his, that I didn't have to wear mine, but oh no, there's.
He's the guest.
It's true.
Just wear the serious author hat.
Do you have a wizard hat you can put on for us, Alex? I feel like you're a guy that owns a wizard hat.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Listen, there is a wizard hat in my house. Will I go get it? No, I will not.
Okay, that's fair. It comforts me to know that you actually own a wizard hat, and I called it.
The legitness of the wizard hat that me and my wife co-own is actually out of this world.
Don't.
So do you
tease us,
trade off
only
wearing
makes
it?
me want more.
So
Or-
she bought it.
Is it-
She bought it originally in Salem, Massachusetts, on Halloween, and it's like an actual, like, honest to God, 100% wool wizard's hat or witch hat that I wear. It's a wizard hat when I wear it, but it's so unbelievably hot underneath that thing that I only rarely put it on.
I got you. All right. So let's go. Let's dive into this. All right. So some people might call your story a rom-com, Alex, but I guess it's technically categorized as horror. So one of the things about it, you are very intentional in how you slowly build the dread, and with the description of the scenery, with all the sensations. Sense is a huge part of what Josh Mallory experiences on the trail as he's constantly grounding himself and doing things like that. was this your plan as a means to build tension, or is this just the natural flow of writing the story?
When I wrote the story initially, I wanted to pay equal homage to the external horror that was happening to Josh and the internal feeling of dread that Josh was feeling based on his memories that he was trying to desperately outrun. And the method in which I found it most efficient to pay homage to the feelings he was feeling internally was to actually turn to my wife, who is a licensed therapist, and actually figure out what people who experience anxiety and panic attacks do as sort of skills coaching to bring themselves back to center or back to reality, or to intentionally tell themselves you're going to be okay. Because I found that really fascinating from a therapeutic patient perspective of like, what do you do when you feel like you are fully losing it? What does that feel like? Because that is what happens in horror books, is like you are putting your characters through literal nightmares. So what does it mean when your character has already had those nightmares? What happens when they already have the skills to build walls between them and the nightmares they've already experienced?
So does that mean that like you took your like traditionally masculine MC that was like former football player, like the very stereotypical, and purposely made him traumatized and seem very weak, like just based on that as well, because you wanted to take that stereotype and then kind of crumple it?
I don't think it has anything to do with a strength or a weakness. I wanted to see what it looked like when somebody had actual skills given to them by a therapeutic professional that still failed them.
I like that. And just kind of adding on to what Dina said, I mean, one of the things that I think that sometimes, when you're either watching a horror movie or reading a horror book is, that kind of, if I was there, I could do better. I could do this because I'm whatever, sometimes it's the scared teenagers or whatever. But, he is a good athlete, an experienced person on the trail. He's a big, strong guy. And you strip away all those things that might protect him in a dangerous setting, and you expose the vulnerability underneath. And I just think that was a really interesting deconstruction of a character to see in a book.
Well, it's actually curious because Josh is an experienced hiker and he does have a lot of knowledge about the woods, but actually he walks into the scenario of this book with an extreme amount of arrogance. He is almost unprepared. He barely has a map or a charged phone or knows where he is. Like in the first chapter alone, I talk a little bit about like how little he has in the terms of like preparation. So at first glance, yes, he is experienced, and yes, he is, he's done this before, but he's also just sort of objectively arrogant about the scenario in which he walks into the woods. He expects himself to be fine. And I think ultimately he gets punished for it.
Most of your writing, you were very like in tune with perspectives and senses, and you stuck really closely to that. Is that just like your style? Was that a conscious effort because it was horror? Or?
I wanted to keep people in the scene. So this book was written half as a love letter to the woods that I've spent so much time
Rom-com.
in. I'm sorry, this was written half as a rom-com about the woods that I've spent so much time in, and spent hours and hours and hours backpacking and hiking in and loving every moment of. And I really wanted to respect that and give people the opportunity to experience that on the level that I have, while also twisting it into something that nobody would ever want to experience. And the only way I did that, or I felt like I did that successfully, was using sensory information to force people onto the trail.
And so, I want to dive back into this, but I think this is a good opportunity to get a little taste of your story, Alex. I believe that Dina is prepared to hop back into her narratorial. That's a word, definitely a word.
For sure.
Nailed it.
Yeah, perfect. And Dina, why don't you read us a little bit of the Woodkin?
Okay. He'd been rotting upwards of a week. I found him by accident, buried in the depths of a hollow formed by tree roots on the riverbank. Pine sap perfumed the breeze blowing over the green glass water, masking the sour meat and maggot stench of his corpse. I almost fell over him, leaning to refill my water in the river shallows. The smell sharpened, grew sweet, the way boudin does after it's gone over. The bank edge crumbled beneath my size 12, sending me face first into the shallows. When I came up for air, spitting water and profanities, I caught a glimpse of his eyes, green as the moss covering the rocks beside him, swollen in their sockets like grapes. Most of his face had rotted away, skin curling away in tender holes where insects took little snacks. I crab-walked backward, straight into the river in gut shock, slipping beneath the water with a sputtering scream. I forgot about what's-his-face in the struggle to catch myself from being washed downriver against the mud-slick rocks, pushing my way to the bank. I walked back to my pack, squelching water through soaked socks, approaching the nearby corpse inch by inch, covering my mouth with my bandana. His extremities were intact, bloated and disgusting, but whole. His midsection was a different story. I could still make out the ragged ruin of his remaining intestines hidden in the depths of his hollow. Mountain lions always go for the gooey bits, and I'm sure if I was the curious sort and pulled him out to check, his kidneys and liver would be gone. I wasn't feeling that curious. I took deep breaths and pinched my nose to keep the bile simmering in my esophagus from coming all the way up. His leg was bent beneath him, knee jutting 180 degrees in the wrong direction. He must have slipped on the trail, or overbalanced on his way down. Broke his leg a good 200 feet from where anyone would have been walking, well hidden by the pine trees, loose leaves, and scree. Probably tried to struggle back up the hill, but with that fracture, he wasn't going anywhere. So he tucked himself into the hollow to overnight it. Recoup a little strength for another try in the morning, and that was where the lion must have found him, sleeping and crippled, pretty much sliced and served on a silver platter for your average mountain lion. I clung to the facts. Broken legs, well hidden. It made sense. Everything made sense. Because in my head, someone screamed. A hole opened in my gut, and the familiar taste of adrenaline and panic flooded through. My fingers tingled like they were being prickled with needles. He fell, broke his leg. He fell, broke his leg.
So Dina, first question: are you okay? And do you need to go put this all in the freezer? Because I know you love rom-coms. Sorry.
Honestly, I see when I read horror, I actually like feel like the tingles and everything, like, and that's why I don't like it, because I've just been in way too many scary situations. So I'm like, oh, I don't like the feeling of like the tingles, and like Alex is good enough that he gives me like, I don't like that.
So all right, I'm gonna shift gears. Me and Dina are just gonna ask one more question. We're getting to a little off the wall segment. So Alex, I'm gonna give you a list of names here. Okay. Joffrey from Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Draco Malfoy from Harry Potter.
Wait.
And Ronnie fucking Coors, who is the worst human being I think I've ever read in a book. Talk to me about this piece of shit.
I have no idea where Ronnie Coors came from. I was writing the book and Josh like went to this town and like I was deep in the, like my head was fully sunken under the level of words. And I was writing the scene and I was like, okay, he encounters something. He encounters a store. Okay, cool. What's in the store? Oh, well, what if it's actually like really well kept and it's not like your average mountain town and it's got like actual stuff in it? Okay, cool. Who's the worst person that operates this store? And Ronnie Coors sprang from the back of my mind all the way to my forehead, fully formed as this piece of shit, misogynist, milady, fedora-wearing douchebag who he's the kind of person that rebels against the friend zone because he expects every woman he ever meets to want to fuck him.
Incel fucking Ronnie Coors. Yeah, so if you guys see him in the book, you think right now people might be hearing me and thinking this is hyperbole. Just read it. You'll understand.
God.
So I think that this is kind of, I think you asked me a similar question to this. What is a theme throughout your book that you want people to really pick up on?
I believe as a fundamental humanist principle that you can only run from something for so long before it catches up to you. Whether it's something that happened to you as a child that you have buried behind layers of nuance and dreams and conversations with yourself where you counsel yourself to say that didn't actually happen the way that I remember it happening. I think that you at some point have to turn to face the music. And I hope that somebody reading this book thinks to themselves, what am I running from?
Guys, the Woodkin is available tomorrow.
hurt
I'm
my
telling you
stomach.
right now. It's an incredible book. You are absolutely not going to want to miss this one. We've only touched on the surface of what's going on in this story. And y'all, I'm so excited for the world to get their hands on this thing, man. All right, Alex, you've survived the serious author hat. You can take it off. And now it's time for a segment that Dina is always incredibly prepared for. Off the wall questions. Dina.
Always.
Dina, do you
Okay,
mind if I go first?
I need you to shut the fuck
Son
up.
of a bitch.
If Boots was in Fern Gully,
Mm-hmm.
you know what Fern Gully is?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the show with the.
What would
Fern
happen?
Gully?
How would that change the storyline?
Oh God, the feast was in the Fern Gully.
If Boots was in Fern Gully, how would it change Fern Gully? I tell you what, it wouldn't be a kid's movie at all. Instead of it being sort of like an existentialist metaphorical take on deforestation and what it means for our planet, it would be sort of a metaphorical take on like, hey kids, what's your worst nightmare?
Dude, the Hexus in Fern Gully was fucking scary as hell
It
already.
really
I can't
was.
believe
It
they let
really-
me watch
It
that.
really was.
Oh.
That's a really good movie. I should watch Fern Gully again.
Yeah, we should all just watch
Right?
Fern Gully,
Like,
guys.
I want to, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Alex,
Let's just fuck it. Let's watch it right now.
Fuck
just
it.
fucking
Hey,
do it.
quit the interview. Let's watch Fern Gully.
Fern Gully, boys and girls, let's go. All right, so
I mean,
Alex,
Fern Gully is just like Avatar for kids, right?
Avatar is just Pocahontas with blue sunglasses.
Yep.
all right, so Alex, I need you to make a special edition of the Woodkin for Dinosaurs, so we can make this palatable for her, so that she can read or watch this book. So maybe when this gets film rights, it now needs to be PG, and the Muppets play all the characters. Who plays Switchback? Who
Alex
plays
hates
the Boots?
Muppets.
I
Why
know.
would you
So
do
do
this?
I.
Alex or Sean, you know why I need to do this. You know I need to ask this question.
The Muppets are the worst thing to ever hit.
Listen,
Oh,
the
this is
Muppets
so
are
happy.
overrated, and I will
I
say it.
will leave.
I will say
I
it
will
for as long
leave.
as I need to. Listen, they're fucking puppets. Like, why are we shitting our jeans every time somebody brings
It's like
up
we're
these?
watching fucking Elmo.
Bye, Sean.
Like, listen, Kermit the Frog is cute, and that song he sings about rainbows is also cute. But like, why are we fucking duking in our shorts every time fucking Gizmo does a joke? Like, I don't get it.
All right, fine. All right, fine. Not the Muppets, Sesame Street. Who's playing who? We're making this easy. We're making this so that Dina can
What?
watch
Big Bird
this
is
book.
obviously Boots.
What's the okay? Big Bird is not Boots. Big fucking Boots is count.
Absolutely.
Boots is that count that can't stop counting.
Oh my god.
Yep, the count. Yep. All right,
He's
who's playing
Who's the
Switchback?
Cookie Monster?
Yeah. Hold on. Who's
Uh,
Switchback?
Switchback is the Swedish Chef.
Oh my god.
Because all he's fucking doing that whole book is bloody, 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 bloody. He's a fucking moron. He's gonna get killed for it if he's not careful.
Swedish Chef. I was not expecting Swedish Chef. I love it. And final question: who is the manifestation of the feast?
I don't think they've made a puppet that accurately catches who the feast is. Because the feast is
Muppet.
many things.
Yeah.
Elmo.
God, Elmo is the feast.
It's you know what it is? It's Rocco the Rock. That's who the feast is.
Rocco the Rock. That's beautiful.
You sure know a lot about Sesame Street for a guy who hates the Muppets.
I don't
true.
hate the Muppets. I don't hate the Muppets. I don't get the Muppets. I
I
don't
do.
understand. I don't understand
You seem very
why America is
energetic about
creaming
this.
in its collective panties about these Muppets. They're puppets
Come.
on a stage.
I think we found the title of this show. All about the Muppets.
Do you remember Mr. Rogers? No,
So
was that
bad.
Mr. Rogers that had all the puppets?
I'm
Mr.
sure
Rogers' neighborhood
I didn't get
did
them
have
back then.
puppets.
Yeah.
I didn't get him back then, and I don't get him now.
All right, guys.
It's not Muppets. It's totally different.
One of my
thing.
favorite conspiracy theories is that Mr. Rogers
Same thing.
wore those sweaters because he had arms fully tatted up with USMC sniper tattoos.
You
That's
can't
badass.
start a conspiracy corner.
Yeah, come on, Alex. It's her thing.
You're
Welcome-
taken from my list.
Welcome
Alex.
to Alex's Angle, which is where we talk about conspiracy theories that aren't funny at all. And I'm here to tell you about Mr. Rogers, who had sniper tattoos and USMC tats all up and down his arms. And that's why he wore those long sleeve sweaters. You believe that folksy, oh gosh, good
Smash.
neighbor attitude, but he fucking shot people in the head in some country whose name you can't pronounce properly.
Smash.
How many confirmed kills, Alex? How many confirmed
At
kills?
least 100.
21.
At least a hundo.
Oh.
He is a Medal of Honor motherfucker. Let's go. I love the badass reboot.
Yeah, everybody knows if you kill 100 people, the president fucking touches your neck.
I wonder if that's why she was on that's why Britney Spears was on Bush's administration. Hashtag 9/11.
Oh my god, it's all circled.
Hashtag Britney did 9/11.
Hashtag Britney did nothing wrong.
Oh my god. Allegedly.
Oh my god.
We're gonna have to redo this whole episode.
Whole
God,
episode,
it's a
yeah.
fucking shambles. I really do
That's
think
why
you
I
should
was
release
so
it
sad.
uncut.
I do too. Wait, no,
We
I don't.
cannot.
Oh, yeah.
We cannot.
There has to be at
No, I
least
don't.
You said-
one cut. Yeah, okay, two
Okay.
cuts. Two cuts we have to have on this episode.
Oh my god.
All right, Alex, you've survived 5 prior cringy copulations.
Oh,
And now you could be the first ever guest to graduate from cringy copulation school. Because you see, buddy, each week we delve into some of the most cringeworthy erotic literature in history, often handpicked by the Literary Review, a renowned British literary magazine, in a segment that we call Cringy Copulation. We showcase real excerpts from real books that were genuinely intended to be taken seriously. This week's passage comes from The Cage of Reality by returning cringy copulation contributor Sean Thomas, and will be narrated by our
son of a
guest
bitch.
Alex. Sean Thomas is a podcast host, a pet parent to Brian. He is also a British journalist, author, born in Devon, England.
Fake news.
He studied philosophy at the University College of London. As a journalist, he has written for The Times, The Daily Mail, The Spectator, and The Guardian, and many other journals, chiefly on travel, politics, and art.
Check those Discord DMs, Alexander James.
hey, what happens if I don't though? Like, what happens if I just don't click on it?
What if I don't do it? You can't make me, Mom.
All right. I'm sorry. I'll step back into the bit.
That's what she said.
Oh, yeah, it is. God damn it.
Do you want a fucking serious reading?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you a fucking serious
Let's go.
reading.
I don't think I do.
He looked at me. I stared back. My mind came up with a million reasons why I shouldn't. My body wouldn't listen. He blinked his watery orange eyes once, and my clothes were on the floor.
Stop.
Daniel, you son of a
I'm
bitch.
done.
Don't read ahead.
This is gonna be very messy, he croaked out seductively. I didn't have time to react. Faster than Naboo Starfighter, his tongue wrapped all the way around my waist. It penetrated me, trapping me in the longest, moistest, sexiest hug of my life. My nipples pebbled. I'm gonna read that one more time. My nipples pebbled. I came immediately, almost violently, like a wave cresting. I was reduced to a flapping Magikarp, making words I didn't understand. Ichu te jawampa of the Duki whore. I was speaking Huttese. I had never spoken it in my life. My body shuddered like I had just the world's best gas station poke bowl. My rosebud I'm so sorry, I gotta take that again. My body shuddered like I had just had the world's best gas station poke bowl. My rosebud throbbed as his velvet-wrapped steel exploded in my snatch. I was honking like a goose, mewling like a cat, our bodies merging into one's glorious midichlorian-fueled ecstasy. I swore I was in hyperspace. He roared as he flailed his limbs haphazardly, tripping and falling off the bed with a loud whoopsie. But it was too late. His bonk juice covered me from head to toe. His gentleman's relish dripped off me onto the mattress. A small puddle of his dong water lay pooled on the floor. You so now big time prego. You so welcome. Can I ask you
Still
one
going?
favor? I asked in a blissful gurgle. Misa do anything for you, Bombaddy? Will you not tell my husband? Switchback will never know, sir. You so ready to make boink boink again? I'll get the master swirled out.
Okay. So you can tell Daniel wrote that because not only was it full of Jar Jar, but it was very poorly edited.
Yes, incredibly poorly edited.
Alex struggled his way through trying to figure out how to read that. Good job, by the way, Alex.
I actually, honest to God, thought it was written by a person until I got to the first line of dialogue, and then I realized the
Jar
sucker's
Jar.
bet that I had been lured into.
Yes, sir, you have.
Yep. And hence why I told you before we started recording today that you never have to do one of these again.
To be fair, the part that I was most proud of was the twist at the end for you, Alex.
Can I just...
You thought you could get away with me bastardizing your works. You're never going to escape
Dina
me,
liked
Alex.
the
Can I-
whoopsie part.
I did. The whoopsie was funny. I've written a sex scene with Daniel, and I hate that. Like, I hate it. I hate it so much, and I don't like that our work has ever been together before because of this.
Gentleman's relish.
Gentleman's relish, yes.
You brought in the swirl, though.
Yes, I did. From shout out to
Magikarp.
Sex toy.
Yeah.
Pokemon, yeah.
I just wanted to
Heard
create
of it?
vivid
Duh.
imagery.
I saw it.
I will never
I
work with
saw
you
it in my
again.
mind's eye. It's too late.
Yeah,
He's
it's
co-credited on that.
It's already there.
with
I mean,
you,
listen, I put in a lot of research. I looked up what are the least favorite terms that people have ever liked for sex erotica. I tried to put as many of those in this as I could.
Mhm.
Obviously,
You
a couple
gotta.
of shout outs. Inside jokes from previous episodes are in there.
Yep.
And, I think we can all agree that this is, Alex, would you say that this is a good prequel to reading the Woodkin?
I'm so full of regret right now.
I'm sorry, Alex.
That's fine. I've got no one to blame but myself.
You did nail
Our
the
work is
Hutties, by the
together.
way.
Yeah, the
and-
You
Hutties
sold it.
was fucking. I
Thank
did
you.
not
You
expect
sold
you
it.
to do that one so good. The translation for that was "fuck me like one of your Wookiee whores." Is what I went to the Hutties translator.
Naturally.
Yeah,
I mean,
Oh my God.
but if you didn't know that, then what the fuck?
yeah, exactly. Alex sorry. This is a Dina question. Dina, on a scale of 1 to 22, where would you rank
Had to
that?
think a long time
Such
about
a
the
big
numbers there.
glitch.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
On a
listen,
scale of 1 to
it's hard for Daniel to think of numbers that high.
Listen,
1,
I've gotten dumber over the course of this episode. Dina, how would you rank that one?
I want to go home.
Dina, you are home. You are home.
she's taking
Never
her
be home
basketball and
again.
she's going home.
Oh my God.
It's my ball.
Just think someday, Alex, when Felix and the Art of Floating comes out, I'll have a brand new Jar Jar scene for that one too. I'm gonna Jar Jar every one of your books, buddy. Every single one.
I don't listen. After that, I don't think I'm going to send you any of my books ever again. You can wait in line at Barnes and Noble for
You
them.
can buy it, baby.
If I see you on the street and pretend I don't recognize you.
Daniel's going to
God.
send you a hand annotated version of your next book with Jar
Oh
Jar.
my God! Like he's
scenes
going to
written
tear
in.
out a page. And it'll be like written on it.
Hey, do you guys want to know something funny?
Yes.
Always.
I still haven't finished my annotated copy of my book.
Oh, Tina.
No
That's
shit.
for your mom.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it was fine. This is only $500. It's fine.
Fine. Everything's fine. Well, Alex, buddy, you survived the ultimate test of cringy copulation. And it's only we only got 2 things left to do, and this is time for the proud
Honestly,
tradition.
how fucking dare you trying to be just the mess and getting all those fucking references into the. This is just, it's too
Do
custom
not
and I
even
don't
try
like
to
it.
compare him. Do not
fucking-
try to compare him to Just.
Oh,
the
Just
Man.
is
I
way
don't-
better.
No, but I know
Way
what he was
better.
thinking. I know what he was thinking.
I
When
don't
he was
scratch.
writing
I
this.
don't
Coattails.
scratch the
Coattails is
bottom
what he was
of
thinking.
Just the Mess's level. Like I
Yeah.
would be fucking stoked to come within 6 feet of the bottom of what Just the Mess is capable.
That's what
of.
she said.
God damn it.
Fuck me.
Within 6 feet of the bottom, baby.
So, Alex, buddy, it's time for the proudest tradition on our show. This is the 1 second pitch. You're going to have 1 second to pitch the Woodkin to anyone at home that wants to buy this. Only 1 second.
What's
Can
great
lie,
about
cheat,
this is
Juice. Yeah.
Alex did the 1 second pitch.
I did.
Like
I did.
a year and a
Yeah.
half ago for the
Yep.
Woodkin.
Mhm.
So
Uh-huh.
we get to see what he's going to do now, and then we can compare it
Oh,
later.
that's a good point. We're going to see how much the pitch has improved and gone from there. So, Alex, buddy, give us that 1 second.
Have you ever been trying to run from a memory that
No.
will not leave you alone?
No, that's more than 1 second, Alex.
That's
Hey,
that's
why don't
really
you go
long,
fuck
buddy.
yourself, Daniel? Okay, because you wrote that whole ass bit that I had to read.
I get at least a 4 second pitch after that.
After what you put me through.
Can you say it really fast?
Yeah, Alex, you just say it again.
Have you
Just
ever
really
tried to
quick.
run from a memory?
Perfect. Swedish Chef it is as Josh Mallory / Switchback. All right, guys. Now you can give him the full elevator pitch.
Out
man. Sell
tomorrow,
the folks.
Felix and the Art of Floating.
No, it's not.
That's
but
not-
It should be.
What?
So good.
Okay. So, Alex, why should the people read the Woodkin?
I don't
Come
know,
on.
man. All right. You should read the Woodkin because you have been camping and you have woken up in the middle of the night and had to pee, and you have thought to yourself, what is waiting for me outside of that tent? What is watching me in the darkness?
The Woodkin available
And
tomorrow.
Dina was terrified
Yeah.
just from that alone.
Next time on Choose Your Own Adventure with Dina, we can talk about the first time I ever went tent camping.
That was me the first time to pitch the tent.
You mean not in an RV?
Not in an RV, no.
You pitched a
I
tent?
started out in tents, yeah. I pitched a tent.
All right,
She's
all right,
spent her-
Alex.
she's spent her
I
whole
need
life
to
in those
confer.
tents.
I need to confer with the staff real quick. Can you just put earmuffs on real quick, Alex? Can you just go earmuffs? Thank you. Should we do it, guys?
He actually did? What the
Oh my
fuck?
God, I'm so proud
I
of
thought
him.
he was just gonna cover his headphones.
Yeah, like look at him. Like, it's a
What
fucking
are you
handsome-
doing?
He's
this?
done.
Why?
Yeah, like look at him. It's just
Why?
very- All right, so we're gonna give him the Nobel Prize, right? Like guys, I just want to make sure. We're all
Oh my
agreed.
God.
Okay. All right,
Ew.
Alex, you can put it back on. You can put it. Yeah. You can, yep.
He's out of the sound isolation booth now.
Come on.
All right.
All right, perfect. He's back in. Alex, we have a very
Yeah.
prestigious award that we like to give out here at the Don't Make It Weird podcast. Only a few select authors get this incredible
Everybody.
award. And you can post it on your book, maybe in the recommendations or blurb for
Literally
cover.
everyone.
Select few.
Some people twice.
Alex, we are going to give you a no space Bell Prize for the Woodkin. You are another Nobel Prize winner because we don't see no bell.
Here, no bell.
What does that even
Here,
mean?
we don't hear no bell.
So do you know what's crazy about that is there's a South Park meme
Your
of
mom.
one of the dads who like
Yes,
staggers up saying
that's
I didn't
what
hear
the
no
joke
bell.
is based on. Okay.
Wait, I think it's independent of this show because I think that has a bit in your show, but I posted that meme of like, I didn't hear no bell.
I didn't hear no bell. Yes.
About querying almost 2 years ago. And that day, that was my 6 a.m. tweet. And that day at 9:30, my agent sent me an email saying, hey, do you have time to get on a call?
So this has special meaning, Sean.
This is the legitimate Nobel Prize, dude.
Yo, Sean, play the clip.
I didn't hear no bell.
Play the clip.
Yeah, no. I just gave you a little spot so you can play the clip
What?
when you edit it later.
What clip?
The Nobel
The
Prize.
South Park clip?
yeah.
It's the South Park guy saying, I didn't hear no bell.
I didn't hear no bell.
Great,
Yeah,
so we
'cause he's
cannot
fighting and
monetize another
He's gotten
video.
his ass beat, and then he's still trying to fight, even though he shouldn't.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
I get it.
But yeah.
Yeah, so that's where the Nobel
Relatable.
Prize.
Yeah, I get it. I mean,
Joke
that's a
came
good
from.
one.
Yeah, it's good. Thank you. So, guys, this is getting a Nobel Prize, and let me just tell you right now, as much as I like to normally joke around and be, silly, and I am prone to hyperbole and exaggeration, but in this case, it
All the
is
time.
absolutely warranted. I mean, this book is fucking stunning in its imagery, and it doesn't feel like a horror until it creeps up on you and it grabs you, and it's a visceral fear. It's not just jump scares or grisly, bloody murder. And there is a little bit of that. It's a book that just speaks to you on a primal level, and I can't recommend this enough. Horror isn't even a main genre of mine, and Alex has me hooked. And as a longtime fan, as someone that's read a lot of little bits of his work, even though I probably will never get another one after this, let me just say that the hype is real. That Alex did a fucking amazing job, and I'm so proud of you, dude. I'm so happy that I got to read this. This book is worth everything
It's
you
out,
put
baby.
in. It's out. It's
The
yours.
Woodkin is here.
The whole Czech Republic story where you lost the story doesn't exist anymore. You made it, baby.
Don't bring us back to Prague again.
God,
I was gonna say Prague.
that story time bums me the fuck out every time.
Guys,
You and us
guys,
both,
guys,
buddy.
guys,
Yes,
gather around, gather
All right,
around, get
gather,
close,
gather.
get close.
Gathering around. Yeah.
Oh my god, that was very intense. I didn't expect that. We're all three of us are published authors now.
Seems fake.
That's definitely fake.
Fake news.
Fake news. Yeah, fake news.
I mean, listen, to be
All
fair,
right,
my
never
mom's
mind.
the only one that's bought my book, but I still count that as a sale.
You son of a bitch. I bought 10 copies.
I love
Shut
you.
your goddamn
I
mouth.
love you, buddy.
You know what's funny? I sent out Sean's copies of your books before I sent out your arcs.
Oh man, but Alex, dude, seriously, we're so freaking pumped. I'm so excited that we got to go on this journey, get in on the ground floor. I can't wait to have you back and doing more fun book stuff, man. Just do you have any thoughts and shots for the people at home about this moment?
I am sincerely glad that I've even made it this far.
That's amazing, man. Hey, you deserve
Hey, remember
everything
when
that's
you
coming
first
your way,
messaged
bud.
me to come on the show and you were like, I don't have a book?
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, I do. I remember I cold DM'd Dina. I don't even think I think I followed her for the purpose of like sending her a message because I knew
Felt like
vaguely
it.
about your show. And I was like, by the way, you have a show about writing and comedy and I'm vaguely funny. Wouldn't it be cool if I came on your show? And she said, that's not really how we do things, but I'll message the other guys.
I will say that, in all seriousness, that it is one of the greatest things that has ever happened to us
Absolutely.
as a podcast. And thank you, Dina, for bringing Alex to us, and thank you, Alex, for reaching out. I've had an amazing time with you every single time, and I look forward to more.
Absolutely.
So,
Here's
I'm
to more,
glad that
buddy.
my gut said yes to that dad on Twitter.
yeah,
That's right.
Dina was like, I got this guy. He's agented, and to do a whole thing about what it's like to be agented, and he's vaguely funny, and he's got dad vibes.
Got that. She did
should
say
totally
dad
have him on
vibes.
the
I
show.
forgot about that. He's got dad vibes.
Okay, but like real talk, do I have dad vibes?
No,
It's not
that's
a bad
just an
thing.
ongoing joke.
No,
Dina has her own-
I'm not assuming it is a bad thing. I'm just
So,
curious.
okay.
All right.
Dad vibes for me is somebody that is safe and is not going to make things sexual and hit on you.
Okay,
You
fair
were
enough.
like a safe person on Twitter, and I was like, that's got to be a dad.
Okay, but
All
going
right,
back to
I'll
the
take that.
sexual
That's a
bit,
safe space.
how many sexual jokes have we made, at least in the last, 10 minutes?
Aha!
Right, but I know
You're
that's
allowed
not
to say
personal.
first.
That's fair. That's
They're
fair.
not
You can be
personal.
safe first, and then you make the sex jokes, and it's still safe because you feel safe.
fair.
You know it's a joke.
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't think I've ever.
That's how I see it.
Also, I don't think I've ever actually spoke about anybody's specific person or body or personal space.
I mean, me all the time.
Yeah.
Well, all right, yeah, I
Personal
have
attacks,
I have joked about peanut butter
Everybody
spread over
sexualizes
producer
yourself.
Sean's.
Yeah.
He literally said, I will spread peanut butter on your gooch and lick it off if you have me on the show again. And I was like, listen, buddy, we need to reschedule, okay?
I told
It'll
you
be
never
okay.
to release those DMs, Sean.
Oh, shit. But all right, guys. Alexander James, man, is one of our favorite guests. You'll definitely see him on here again. But in addition to being an incredible writer, a published author, and all the great things that he deserves that's coming his way, he has also got an just hilarious podcast, Dungeons and Dragons. It's called Critically Stupid. It's a real play D&D improv comedy podcast. They're currently playing the official D&D module, Waterdeep Dragon Heist. New episodes are on YouTube and on your favorite podcast apps every single Friday. And guys, the Woodkin is available tomorrow on real paper. Dina can hide this thing in her freezer immediately. Whew. It's time, baby. It's time. Alex, tell the folks where they can find you.
You can find me on TikTok and Twitter at DrunkScribe. You can find me on Instagram at DrunkScribeWrites. And it's been 2 years since I first came onto this show, and I'm so grateful that I have a story worth talking about for this long.
Dude,
Fuck yeah.
fuck yeah. And like I said, it's only the beginning, buddy. I know you got a bunch of other books in the works, and I can't wait to keep going on this journey with you, man. Sean, I think that you're not on the next on the list, so I'm just going to move right on.
Nope.
Dina, where can the folks find you? Sean was next on my window.
was that?
Sean was next on my window, and it fucked me up.
We do this every single time. This is episode 94.
I don't have an excuse why I
You've
can't.
done this 93 times.
Guys, it's
94
crazy that
actually, because we have a lost episode.
We do have a lot.
it's crazy that my first appearance on the show was like episode 21. Like, how long have we been doing this?
Like, surely people would be sick of us by now.
God.
How long have we been doing this and not reached 400
Listen.
subscribers?
27 people still show up every week.
Love those 27,
Bless.
baby.
3 of them are us. Go on.
One of them's my mom.
Yeah, I don't think my mom watches anymore. I think she gave up on me, guys.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. She's just in the
You can
showers
find me
now.
on Twitter at DinosaurusD. That's Dina.
And producer Sean, where can the folks find you, bud?
You can find me on Twitter at ShaceHoldu.
What you having for dinner tonight?
You know, it's one of those nights where I'm just going to see what I have in the kitchen and whip something up, man. There's no kids here tonight, so I'm
should
under
make
no
gnocchi
pressure
and
to feed
steak.
people.
Oh, you can just
With cream.
I don't
Yeah, just
have
whip
gnocchi.
up some
Just-
gnocchi and
just-
steak.
just-
I don't have
fucking
gnocchi,
make it happen.
and I don't even have potatoes in my fucking kitchen right now, which is a damn shame.
Honest to God, I was
RIP.
in the store having a conversation with myself about them being made of rice or potato. And I couldn't
Oh
remember.
my god, Dina!
You can find me
This is the
on
fucking
Twitter at Dan Q Writes Thing. That's Dan Q Writes Thing singular.
it's Dan Q Writes thing singular. I'm giving it to you tonight, buddy.
Thanks, man. All right, guys, it's been another incredible episode of Don't Make It Weird. Go buy the Woodkin right now, guys. Well, pre-order. You can buy it like officially tomorrow. But we love you all. Jazz hands.
Holy shit.
Don't Make It Weird with Daniel Quigley, Dinosaurus, and Sean Holden. Produced and edited by me, Sean Holden. Theme song by Amaria. Incidental music and sound effects provided by VoiceMod, as well as the YouTube audio library. You can rate and review this show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Good Pods, and wherever else you download your podcasts. Got a question for Daniel or Dina? Call the Don't Make It Weird hotline at 347-69-WEIRD. That's 347-699-3473, and leave us a message. It could be featured on a future episode. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Don't Make It Weird on YouTube for the video presentation, or on your favorite podcast app for the audio-only version of the show. Thank you so much, and we love you.
Don't make it weird. Was that okay?